that again when we're live.
I will.
What?
What?
Like the snacks, baby.
The snacks. We got fruit snacks, y'all.
That's not the snack.
And a sub.
Yeah. Thank you, Busted Buddha, for the tier 1 sub.
Woo! Thank you.
I'll eat a gummy in your honor.
Are these the gummy ones?
They're not the squishy ones.
Ah.
I actually did not appreciate those too much. Having tons of them was too much for me.
You were going.
I overloaded.
Yeah.
So I want to try these.
Were they too moist for you?
They weren't moist enough, actually. So, like, they would burst in my mouth, but then it would be, like, such small liquid to a large ratio of gummy that I was like, it's not even worth it.
I'm just trying to... They had liquid in them, and it's not moist enough.
Correct. Also got this. This is for a build coming up.
Noise.
Snackles, yes. Was there an existential question of the day yesterday? There was, which is... Roman emperors, were they, or any monarch really, were they the first ones to have to go through somebody else claiming their username and then adding a number on it at the end?
Basically, yes.
What are the ingredients to those fruit snacks? The first ingredient is not sugar, it's fruit puree.
Made from real fruit?
Yes, made with real fruit, not from real fruit.
I mean, these are good gummies.
Yeah. Dang. Grape, peach, orange, strawberry, and raspberry puree. And in case anybody doesn't know, at least in the US, the ingredients are listed in order of how much. So if the ingredient is first, that means it has the largest percentage in the...
Okay.
I thought that was a general rule.
I think it's a legal thing here.
Oh.
So I don't know if other countries are required to do that. What's that, SRT Dane? How you doing? Ron, how you doing today? And mayonnaise. What about mayonnaise?
Visual Buddha says it's the same in the UK.
Okay. Beelzebub. Yeah.
Checks out.
Like Beelzebub? But
yeah,
wow.
Beelzebub.
Okay. I get it. Yikes, real fruit. Healthy. Where are those tasty chemicals? Oh, it has chemicals. They're just at the very bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mayo on fruit snacks? That sounds gross. Bad irritable bowel syndrome attack. Cameron has an upset stomach. Yikes.
Sucks. Do you ever eat falafel?
I've never had falafel, no.
Same, actually.
How long do people wait to give up hope on parts from AliExpress? I'd say 6 months.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Is that
6
a general rule?
That's when I would be like, okay, I'm not getting it. But then I also wouldn't be surprised if it arrives up to 12 months later.
I think it's the 6 month point. You cut your losses.
Yeah.
But don't give up full hope until at least a year.
Do they have a refund policy?
It might, but it's also China, so, you know. Do you guys wait until then to put in a refund? Dude, I've never put in a refund for a non-arrival from Wish or AliExpress. I'm just like, oops, didn't get it.
Just, how many things did we not receive from
I also
Wish?
never spent more than like $50 at a time. And like, if I lost $50, yes, it sucks, but at the same time, I'm probably not going to remember in 6 months.
Yeah. Dude, I bought something 2 months ago and it hasn't even started shipping.
Exactly. Wish, AliExpress, anything coming from China, anything that's shipped on China's SurePost or whatever it is where there's no tracking.
Yeah.
If it arrives, I'm happy. I always buy that stuff with the intention of never receiving it.
Yeah, you kind of like have other plans lined up just in case.
But you don't always know if it's coming from China because they don't really clarify that up front to you.
It's coming from China.
Like, I ordered clothes and I don't think the site owners, I don't think it was a Chinese company, but wherever they manufactured their clothes from was in China and it shipped through the Chinese post. And it took months. And they pride themselves on their quick delivery. I left many bad reviews.
I mean, the plushie that I ordered came from China and that took 10 days. So.
Okay. So not the right place to get a GPU block? I mean, you can definitely get some obscure stuff there. And it's not necessary. Like, I guess everybody is saying in chat that they have gotten refunds and that they do have a policy in place. So maybe because I was in South Africa and I always blamed it on the South African post office, that I could never be like, oh, they didn't send it to me. It was just like, no, South Africa screwed it up.
Yeah, we typically go there because of how screwed up specifically the South African postal system is.
It wasn't the post. Like for me, it was literally they shipped it weeks after I ordered it because they sold me something that was sold out. And they didn't say that.
Holodeck said they ordered stuff from Banggood and it arrived in 6 weeks. So
That's pretty good. Yeah.
that's a solid time frame right there. I'll never use Wish. I'm there.
I only use it as a meme.
Oh, it's totally fun. You should at least try Wish once. So like they have a bunch of free stuff that you can just claim and you just pay shipping. So like just try it and see what you get.
My friend always sends me her Wish recommendations that she gets in adverts because there's some wild stuff on there.
It's lots of fun.
I had statements.
I know.
The first thing I tried because I wanted to test if it would actually get there was like a free gift watch that you could claim. So I claimed some free little watch. It came eventually. I can't remember how many weeks, like maybe 3 weeks later.
2080 Ti for $90. A picture of a 2080 Ti for $90.
I mean, some stuff is coming from China. Some of the stuff, like camera equipment things, you could get pretty cheap there. So I got a plastic C rig, I guess that's what it's called. So it's like a C arm and you put your camera there, which just helped for like a bit of stabilization or whatever instead of holding it with your hands. And that thing cost like 200 Rand maybe on Wish, and you can buy the exact same thing, still made out of plastic, just with some logo on it from Amazon or wherever else. It's all made at the same place and just sold for much more expensive. So I got the exact same thing of Wish. The only problem was they didn't know how to package anything, so it arrived kind of smashed in pieces.
That's fair.
Everhope says they got a Xeon from AliExpress for $18.
Nice. Sonomus is going to order mountain climbing equipment from AliExpress. What could go wrong? I mean, if you're a good enough climber, do you actually need the protective equipment?
Be better.
There's free climbing for the people who are actually good.
You climb better when the consequence is your life.
Exactly.
Or you just give up quickly.
No, I was going to say you'll find that inner strength just bubbling out.
Safety nets are for weaklings.
Well, we installed a safety net for UFD Tech for memes. Catlin, can you switch to my screen, please? We have our own subreddit now. Yay! And you guys are going to submit your memes here from now on for Meme Wednesdays for Tech Meme Review. The posts are going to go here on the subreddit. You can type !Reddit in the chat. It'll only work on Twitch, not the other one.
Cool.
So post your memes here. They'll get upvoted by the community, and we'll finally have everybody's approval on what's trash and what's good.
Yeah.
And I will find out if I have a non-majority opinion.
This
from
means
now
we
on.
can start doing awards and stuff. Be like worst meme of the week and best meme of the week.
Yes.
It can get real spicy.
Makes it so much easier.
Yes. So please sign up for Reddit. Join our subreddit. Upvote, downvote, submit your own meme stuff. Please keep it on task. Like our Discord is a bit freer as far as like you can have any random discussion. The Reddit subreddit's going to be for memes and your builds and rigs and stuff like that.
Wait,
So
who's the mod?
me and Reese right now.
Does that make you gay?
I don't get it.
The mods are gay, Brand.
I don't get it.
Do you even read it?
Not clearly not to that extent. No.
Oh wow. Okay.
Jay Funky says he has an excuse for Reddit now.
There you go.
Dank memes time, yes. Lots of cool stuff we can post with this Reddit subreddit thingy. Words.
How to do with the Reddit? Are we Bernie Sanders?
How do you do, fellow kids?
His wife's gonna be shocked. She would be like, "Yeah, I kind of saw how you acted with Reese. I get it."
Can I have a pack full of fruit snacks, please? There you go.
You have to fetch them.
I'm trying not to die inside right now because that smacked the lens. What's up, Noble Galactic?
Okay. So we got our subreddit. It's kind of cool. We got that going on.
Yes.
I hate one of these flavors. I don't know which one it is. I'm
That's
not
why
paying attention when I'm eating it.
That's why you.
I think it's the
Whoa!
peach.
How have you eaten so many already?
That's why you just shove the whole packet into your mouth, so you eat them all at once, and then there's not a specific flavor that sticks out.
Just
Sure.
a bit of everything.
I think it's the peach is bothering me. Anyways, it's time for the existential question. Also, wait, hold on. If you have memes that you want to submit for meme review, you can put them on the Reddit now and we could look at them. So,
Are we gonna do exclusively the Reddit or
no,
or
we
just
still
both?
we will do exclusively the Reddit. We're going to get rid of the Google
Okay.
Drive thing, and it's going to be exclusively Reddit from next week.
But don't you need certain karma to post?
Not on our subreddit, no.
Oh, okay.
Not yet.
Well,
We
then
might
that's
institute that, but as we're just trying to grow everything, everything's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
fine. Well, that
So-
works.
Okay. And existential question. Camera's out of focus.
I'll go look now.
No.
The prophecy is true.
Let's talk about Pokemon for a second. You ready? Okay. Let's presume Pokemon are real. Hey?
What they are real.
Let's presume, right, that they have the powers that they have, yes? How much would we enslave the electric Pokemon to give
Yeah.
us free electricity?
Yeah, I mean they do it in the games.
Yeah. I
So
think we do it way worse.
Ooh, can you imagine like
Nah.
And you would breed them specifically so that you only get the highest power ones, and then you off the ones that are too weak to actually produce enough power.
I mean, maybe.
yeah, humans would abuse
Because-
Pokemon.
Electricity is a necessity. Like the Pokemon rights activists, although like we still farm animals and stuff
Yeah.
for food.
Yeah. But
So,
no animal is strong enough to provide industrial grade.
not
like-
even like tanks and tanks of electric eels.
Yeah, or like using Machamp to like be in construction, and,
Yeah.
like lifting pillars and stuff. Like we have no animal equivalent to that, where they can be trained to do the task that's necessary, and also be able to do it efficiently and effectively as good or better than a human.
Oh man. And then you would like get degrees in Pokemon training. Like I'm a professional specific this type Pokemon trainer.
That's not an existential question. That's an ethical question. No, it's not. There's no ethics involved in fake things. Okay.
Like the potential for abuse is awful. But it's also when you think about the Pokemon universe, they eat Pokemon.
Yes, and that makes it correct.
Yeah.
Which is why we, as humans, are known for eating top predators like lions.
But you could also ethically harness their powers. You keep them fed. They want to serve their masters. I mean, like,
It's true. There are some of them that love captivity. They go easily into Stockholm Syndrome.
Turn them into candy like Pokemon Go. I want a teacup Pikachu. Yeah, there would be a lot of strange breeding going on for different things.
I think Pokemon battling would become unethical.
I mean,
But they like it.
didn't like Peter like protest against like
It makes sense.
Pokemon battles at one stage?
Are you joking?
Nope.
But they're not real.
Yes, but it harnesses the same energy as people doing it in real life.
Their argument was that it normalizes animal fighting.
But we
I'd see that.
murder and
I don't know,
pillage
that
in
means you need to
video
stop.
games.
Yes. And there are people who advocate that you shouldn't murder or have murder in video games because it normalizes it.
They protested about Animal Crossing too.
PETA protests about anything involving animals. Anything.
Damn.
But are Pokemon animals?
No, they're pocket monsters.
Pocket mans.
We got to get rid of the monsters and use them for our own good.
I'm with Joe R. Enslaved Pokemon would definitely be a thing. There's no ifs or buts about it.
I also don't know how unethical it is if, you know, they're kept satisfied. I'm just like, why do we have like nature reserves and stuff? There's not much wild left.
Could the Pokemon Zubat carry coronavirus? Probably. It'd probably be a million times worse, though.
Dang.
They didn't get shut down by the internet. They kept on going. What are you talking about? The internet drowned them out. That's a different thing. PETA didn't reverse course.
Like, you'd have to go into all the... Like, what if a Pikachu... Does it need to let off its electricity? Like, does it need to, or can it live without ever doing that?
Well, so Pikachu isn't inherently a electric animal. It only it has static discharge because of its fur.
Is that the science?
Apparently, yes, that is the science.
The science of Pokemon, I love it.
I don't know. To me, it's essentially the same as harvesting wool from sheep.
You would harvest the electricity from the
Which
Pikachus.
PETA argues is also wrong.
Yeah, science.
Because you kind of help the sheep out a bit. I mean, they get all nasty.
I watched ContraPoint stream myself playing a Pokemon game recently, and that's the closest I've come to learning the franchise.
Is Pikachu's electricity stored in its balls?
I was reading something different there.
He said the cheeks.
It's Pokeballs.
It's a weird topic of conversation.
So, I don't know. It becomes weird when people start having relationships with their Pokemon. Ash's dad is Mr. Mime.
I'm down with that theory.
I haven't heard that theory.
Haven't you heard that? Like, if you watch the anime, like, Ash's mom is always with Mr. Mime.
Or Ash's dad is dead and Mr. Mime is the replacement.
I don't know.
That's because Ash is a gosh dang clown.
What would you call a Pokemon furry? What's your Pokesona?
It also explains why he never ages, because that's just his constant form.
Oh snap.
He can
He's
evolve.
half Pokemon.
He can evolve, but he's never gonna change otherwise.
Ash died episode 1. I've also heard the theories that he's like in a coma and
I love it.
cannot be unseen. Mr. Mime is secretly Ryan Reynolds? What?
Professor Oak is his dad? Ash does kind of look like Professor Oak.
I've heard that theory as well.
Honestly, I wouldn't necessarily think that Ash has a different dad than the canon one, but I could definitely see that his mom is lonely.
Yeah, her and Professor Oak go
Companionship.
on vacation. They go on vacation together.
Maybe it is Ash in a coma from nearly dying at the end of the first episode, and that's how he's rationalizing Professor Oak being at his house all the time.
Hey.
Whew. I didn't just have 5 bags of gummies.
Are you sure that's...
It was probably 6. I think you threw some.
I did.
Gummies are my favorite.
What do you bet that you're going to have more before the stream is over?
100%. I bet 100% I'm going to have more. I'm betting that I probably will finish all of these without even thinking about it. Just like mindlessly snack on them. You ate those. Dalek with the tier 3 sub 2 months in a row. Yeah, yo.
Your fingers didn't click this time.
Stop holding hands.
We're not.
They're stuck.
We're clenching fingers.
I have 36 packs of bear paws. I have no idea what that is. Is that a thing here?
Bear paws?
Never heard of bear paws before. We were finging. Thank you.
Why?
Advantage to having small kids, all the good snacks are available. Excuse you. There are no small kids at this office right now. And I purchased these arrived just before stream, exclusively for me to eat. Oh, here's an empty bag.
You always get a bag of candy and eat the red ones first and eat the yellow ones.
My children will not have any of my snacks.
These are office snacks.
They're Brett's snacks, which he sometimes is gracious enough to share. That's just coming out from later.
What's she gonna do about it, weather boy?
Cry! Did anyone find hot news? Can't find it. I don't know, Zach. Anybody find how to not build a giant mini ITX system?
Giant?
Yeah. He built it in like a case like that. Anyways, I'm just being aggressive for no reason. I guess
Calm down.
now that Zach's here, we should probably get into the hot news.
Set us alight, Carolyn.
Wow.
Burn us alive!
Well, maybe I don't feel like it.
Come on, be like, what's a fire Pokemon? Magmar me.
Didn't like that.
Ah! Fire! Spam the hot news symbol thing. Do it.
We got some emotes coming in.
Yes.
Boom, roasted. Let's get somebody. Dang it.
PogChamp's fine. Just chat.
I'm pog champing it.
So we got hot news. Things are happening. Charizard, yes, Charizard is a fire Pokemon, and
that's the one I thought you would go to, and then you're like Magmar me.
I'm blanked on like all of the typical ones. That was my bad. Okay. Well, we've got some RTX 30 series news. There's more stuff that's come out about that. Apparently, just a little spoiler, the leak of the Shroud was real and Nvidia's pissed. So we're going to talk about that in a second. But we're going to start off talking about your AMD Ryzen chips. Everybody who has a Ryzen chip, raise your hand in the chat if you're running Ryzen on your system.
Am I?
No, not anymore. You are now
until yesterday
on the streaming PC.
I'm not going to raise my hand.
Raise half a hand.
I don't have half a hand.
Then get one.
I have Ryzen on my home PC, or my office PC. On my home PC, it's a 10980 XE. Okay. No, an FX 93.7 doesn't count. It's stuck.
It's chilling on top of the camera.
What's wrong with you? So, if you have a Ryzen PC, guess what? Some bad news. According to Tom's Hardware, your CPU might burn out much sooner.
Fun.
Switch over to the article if you would, Catlin. Ryzen burnout. AMD board power cheats may shorten CPU lifespan.
Always what I want.
Apparently, what's happening is that motherboards are having some trickery where they add extra boost power to the CPU. But since AMD relies on the motherboard to report back everything, the motherboards are lying about certain specs in order to get extra performance out of the CPU.
Okay, so what I'm picturing here is there's someone with a sports car going real fast.
Yes.
And they get clocked with a speed camera, and they're
Yes.
like, no, I was actually going this speed. And they're like, okay, cool.
Yes.
You can go through.
No, it's basically a cop speeding. That's what's happening. They're self-reporting everything, right?
Yeah.
So AMD motherboards are lying, apparently, about what's going on with their power limits, how their processors are actually going on, and it's not necessarily very great, according to this. And this all came out because Hardware Info released a brand new update where they now start reporting power reporting deviation, which indicates how much is your CPU within the normal range of what it should be.
Oof.
Okay? Okay? So, all of this is not a big deal whatsoever. If we go to Dr. Ian Cutress over on Twitter, one of the main guys behind AnonTech, he says AMD and Intel both include internal calibration metrics to detect electromigration early and counter it in a variety of ways. What used to be a serious effect within a system lifetime is now negligible in most cases for most consumer enterprise CPUs. Running CPUs at a higher power increases chances of electromigration. Yes, it will degrade the CPUs faster, but we're talking perhaps it degrading 1% over 10 years instead of 1% over 15 years.
I need my 1%.
Damn it! I'm 10 years in and I'm only at 99% power.
Don't cheat me out of my power.
If we run at 100% the entire time.
Essentially, these things will be so obsolete that you wouldn't give a rat's
Yes.
bum.
And then he says, this is what Tom's Hardware article on AMD motherboard power reporting is such a sensationalist headline. I can't believe they went with that. It's almost as if they designed it to be intentionally misleading. There's nothing to worry about. Yes, motherboards misrepresenting power to the AMD internal clock management tool isn't necessarily a good thing. However, this isn't new. Motherboard manufacturers adjust Intel's PL2 and Tau all the time to enable for much more for Infinite Turbo. For AMD users, it's a nothing burger. If you don't already do some form of manual clock tweaking, it's some extra frequency for the sake of some extra thermals. So basically, your motherboard's giving you a faster Ryzen CPU than it's reporting. But guess what? Look at me. Look at me. Guess what? That's a good thing. And you'll be fine. Because it's not jacking up the voltage, which is what could kill your CPU, really. It's not the extra power that matters. A news article misleading. Whoever heard of that? It is a shocker from the organization that said, how much of your life do you not want to have ray traced? Which, I mean, honestly, they should win the Pulitzer for that.
100%.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like they depend on ad revenue to make money. It's not clickbait. It's being click-worthy. Okay? And it's not fake news. It's not fake.
It's not fake.
Okay? Because as we read in this Dr. Ian Cutress tweet thing, he said that it does decrease your lifespan. Okay? Losing 1% faster by 5 years. Your CPU will die 5 years sooner.
Shock at you.
Yes. So it really doesn't matter at all. But it's being reported, so your CPU is fine. Your AMD Ryzen CPU is probably not going to die a fiery death because your motherboard is overpowering it. It's fine. You're just getting extra performance for free.
Giving it a little juice.
Yes. It's a little weird because it's lying. And like, obviously that should be reported. And AMD doesn't approve of this activity. This is actually one of the things where there is this differentiation. Intel's okay with it. Intel is okay if motherboard manufacturers kind of fudge the number on the power delivery. Yeah. AMD has no documentation supporting this type of behavior, whereas Intel does. So, but 1% of my $10 in CPU in 10 years, so where's my 10 cents? That's your fault for running your CPU at 100% for 10 years straight.
Gotta give it a break, man.
Yeah. That's the Pokemon slave labor we were talking about.
If you're using the same CPU 10 years later, isn't it time for an upgrade anyways?
No. Not everybody's made of money.
I can't say I've used the CPU anywhere close to 10 years.
Let me still be on my Core 2 quad, okay? That's how far back 10 years is. Core 2 quad.
It's weird to think about.
Yeah. When did the first Core I series come out? 2011? 2012?
I don't know, actually. I just remember it being a game changer when it did. Any dates there?
The 920 came out in 08. Never mind. Okay, so we're on the i7.
My first laptop from 2008 just died this year.
Okay, so we're on a first gen Core i7 in 10 years ago, which was 4 cores, 8 threads, 3 gigahertz boost clock,
I'm gonna miss him.
130 watt TDP.
HD graphics game.
Yes. Beautiful. There has been innovation. They've had architecture innovations. This was on what 45 nanometers. That's a big boy.
Whoa.
That's a chunky chip.
Yeah? Huh. It's just weird to think about, like, 45 nanometers. Now they're stuck on 14. But just even that disparity is huge.
Yeah, well, up until 2015, they had architecture improvements. So, yeah, this is a chunky lad. You're right.
It is.
It blew up my motherboard's VRMs. Why'd you have a garbage motherboard?
Ooh.
Yeah, so your Ryzen CPU is overpowered. It's OP, as they say. AMD, please nerf. Ryzen too good.
Such a weird...
Why are you victim blaming, Brett? That's not cool. No. Anybody who buys garbage components deserves nothing. I don't have anything.
Anyone who buys garbage components deserves garbage components. That they
Because
bought.
yes.
Yes.
You deserve to have them.
You worked hard for your money. Proud of you. Bananas or apples?
I'm not answering that. But you just did a bunch of garbage build components 2 days ago. Only one part of that... Okay, 2 parts of that system are garbage. The case and the power supply. Everything else is fine.
Yeah, I have zero problems with any of the other parts.
Uh-huh.
The case is excusable because it's a case.
You could use cardboard and you'd be fine.
The power supply has me...
We'll see if it blows up.
Yeah, it's basically...
So your AMD CPU, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay, baby.
It's okay, baby.
But it probably isn't going to be okay for the person who leaked the shroud at NVIDIA.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and talk about that for a second. I'll start off with the person who's going to be in trouble. According to the report that came out from Igor's lab, saying that NVIDIA begins investigating the 3000 series design leak at Foxconn and BYD, the manufacturing companies that were making it. According to them, not even NVIDIA's managers were aware that the graphics card design was finalized. And they only found out because they saw the leaks. NVIDIA is apparently pretty miffed about the leak from the validation line and is trying to apprehend the person responsible.
Whoops.
Whoopsie. I mean, so we can't 100% confirm that the shroud is real because this is a rumor that's within another rumor.
It's a rumor within an internal investigation that's going on of a rumor potential.
Yes, the internal investigation is a rumor of a rumored shroud.
Yeah, it's sprouting from, like, there's layers of rumors here.
Yes. Like, NVIDIA hasn't come out and made a public statement. So there's just a rumor of an internal investigation right now. So still take it with a grain of salt. Still get that salt.
I actually saw more leaked photos earlier of just the heat sinks by themselves.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I saw pictures. I didn't see leaks. There was a picture somewhere. Anyways, we're going to talk about the specs in a second. Yeah, I can't find the image that I was talking about. Don't like that rumored shroud, to be honest. Sonomus, you just got to give it a second. You're going to grow. It's going to grow on you, okay? All right, but let's go ahead and talk about why they had to over-engineer a shroud like that to make it look so crazy. And apparently, according to Igor's lab, who is the one who gave us all of this brand new information about everything going on here, these chunky boys, it's because they're going to have huge TDPs. The 3070 will have a 320 watt TDP. The 3080 will have a 320 watt TDP.
Okay.
And the 3090 will have a 350 watt TDP.
Well, damn.
I'm okay with this. I have been saying this forever. Give us hotter burning chips for faster performance any day.
You just like
All
crank
the
it
time.
to the max. Don't give no rips. Just straight up
just
go
give
for it.
all more, higher power. Well, also according to this,
Power.
the 3070 will have 10 gigabytes of GDDR6. The 3080 will have 11, and the 3090 will be the replacement for the Titan.
Ooh.
And come in at 24 gigabytes of GDDR6.
I like that more than like coming out with the Titan.
Yes. So all of these aren't exactly confirmed as far as the naming, but what it does look like is NVIDIA's going to pull an Intel where they're going to shift the naming scheme to be slightly different. So like Intel is like, hey, you know how you could only get i9s on high-end desktop?
Mm-hmm.
Here you go. You can put it in your normal motherboard now.
Amazing.
Intel, don't you mean that this is just an i7 and that the i3 should be
No,
called
no,
a
no,
Pentium?
no, no, no.
No, this is an i9. Okay? This is an i9. It kind of feels like if this is true, that's what's going to happen. NVIDIA just saying that, oh, now there's no more Titan. It's just an RTX 3090. The 3080 replaces the Ti, and the 3070 replaces the 3080. Or the 2080. Which means that we will technically see a price increase here.
Yeah.
Because the 3070 will cost $700.
It's shifting up slightly.
The 3080 would cost $1,200. And then the 3090 would be $2,500.
Because even that 3070 being really close, like RAM-wise and everything, to the 3080.
Yes, it's on the exact same GPU die. It has 1 gigabyte less of GDDR6. The memory bandwidth is going to be slightly slower, and then I assume that there's like lockdown CUDA cores and clock speed differences going on as well.
This might get rid of the stigma that like the Titan isn't for gaming.
Most likely we'll still have a TI version for that, which will come out next year. It's possible. I don't know, man.
Just seeing how much RAM that 3090 has.
It's 24 gigabytes. I mean, that's Titan. That's a Titan card right there.
Right there.
Yeah.
That's going to be an expensive boy.
Isn't that how much an RTX Titan is? Yeah, it's $2,500. That's right. So the naming isn't confirmed according to Igor's lab's report. It's just that the names are placeholders, and that they might be called the 3080, the 3080 Ti, and then the 3090 or the 3090 Ti or something.
Or the RTX Titanist something.
The RTX Titan RTX.
With like X's on each side of the name too.
Yes.
And
or RTX Titan XRT. So it's reversible.
Hate that.
I actually think that they're going to get rid of the Titan. The Titan doesn't make sense.
Not against something like that.
The Titan doesn't make sense now.
Yeah.
It's over double the price of the RTX 2080 Ti. Definitely nowhere near double the performance. And it's technically a gaming card. It doesn't have any of the pro level features that it used to have.
Mm-hmm.
The Titans used to have like better, what's it called? Double checking math, where they check themselves.
Before they wreck themselves.
Yes, they were checking themselves before they wrecked themselves, which allowed them to be much better as compute cards in professional applications. Not ECC, I'm not talking about memory. It's one of their floating point performances. So yeah, the Titans were basically a hybrid between GeForce and Quadro.
Yeah.
And now, I think it was with the past Titan, the Titan XP, they were just like, it can do no Quadro things anymore. It's just a GeForce card. Double precision. There we go. That's it. Yes. So Titans could do double precision float performance pretty well up until they were like, nah, no more.
You don't need that anymore. You're using this for gaming.
Yeah. So I think we'll see NVIDIA raise the price, but if they don't have a Titan anymore, and now it's just the 3090 is the highest price, then they technically didn't raise the price, they just changed the names.
Yeah, and then that's just the expensive baller card that only people who have more money than sense can afford.
Yes.
Titan is basically just for the flex. There we go.
No, the 3070 should be power efficient, not 300 watts. Haha, 3070 go burr.
I mean, that gives me more hope for the 3070, actually.
Well, so let's just be very clear once again that the names aren't final.
Yeah.
That this could just be the 3080, 3080 Ti, and 3090. Some people are reporting it as 3070, 3080, 3090. So it depends. I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters because NVIDIA also, right, we have the 2060, but they screwed it up with the Turing cards because now you go from the 2060 to a 1660 Ti to a 1660 to a 1650 to a 1650 Ti and a 1650. So if they don't have any GTX cards, you're going RTX 3070, 3060, 3050. Is there nothing below that anymore?
Yeah.
Or are they going to start introducing new ones below that to make it different?
Confusing naming schemes.
Yeah.
Hopefully they do this and they just like simplify the product stack completely.
Maybe. Or maybe it's all fake. And that NVIDIA
Maybe.
is not releasing new cards at all because Big Navi won't even beat RTX 2080 Ti.
Spooky music playing. So now do you think a 700 watt power supply can handle the 3080 Ti?
Or a 3090? Yeah, you'll be all right. Is it going to be efficient? No. But will it work? It should probably be fine.
I mean, for that amount of TDP, it better work.
Mm-hmm. Also, one more thing that I didn't quite mention. If we take a look at the connectors on these cards, only the highest end 3090 or Titan replacement is going to have NVLink. Nothing below that will be able to do multi-GPU. So that will be the holdover feature from... Yeah. That's going to be the holdover feature from Quadro. Quadros will now have...
So you have to go balls to the wall with two 3090s
Yes.
to actually use NVLink.
Correct. That's what you're going to have to do. But is it PCI Express 4.0? Probably.
More than likely.
Yeah, we have no confirmation that it is, but I don't see why it wouldn't be. Are you suggesting that the PCI Express 4.0 will allow it to do multi-GPU over the PCI Express? I doubt. I'm pretty sure they're going to get rid of it. They've been trying to get rid of it for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Now they just be like, that is a professional level feature. Because NVLink allows you to share VRAM as well and double it. So if you put two of these 3090s together, you would have 48 gigabytes of
Heck
GDDR6.
yeah.
So
You could play all the games at once. I honestly just want to see like the whole SLI thing die. Just,
it's been dead. Who has an SLI system anymore?
but
Nobody.
Just in general,
Nobody.
multi-card thing just in general needs to die.
Go to people's like PC Master Race setups, high-end battle stations. Show me which ones are running multi-GPU. None of them, really.
Nope. I just don't think it's worth in the slightest little bit.
It's just for idiots who like to flex. Even the people who are flexing with their builds are doing single cards.
SLI with that GPU design. That GPU design, I think, would actually work well for multi-card.
Yeah, because the fan's blow in the same direction.
Yeah. I mean, multi-card was cool when it first came out, and it was this like super revolutionary new thing. No one took advantage of it. It died. It needs to die fully.
Where'd that hit you?
It landed on my cap, I think,
Beautiful.
and then I was confused.
There was a guy who did 8 Titan X's on a tech source video. Yes, that's Titan X's, not RTX Titans. 2 different things.
Why would you do that, though? Why? Software never could take advantage of it, and that's sad. I think it was just not worth the effort.
What was the percentage of people needing them?
Exactly.
Physics cards aren't a thing because they put them in the GPUs.
It's now part of it.
Yes. Yeah, physics cards got integrated, they didn't like die. They just got part of the graphics card. They now just do physics processing.
I still remember I had a friend who bought a physics card. He worked at the like local computer shop.
I mean, you can use any card as a physics card.
Now, yes, but back when
enable it.
Back when dedicated physics cards came out, he actually got himself one.
Well, that's not the only bad news we have. I'm not even sure that was bad news, but there's bad news.
Bad news.
You want to hear bad news about the pricing? It's bad. So the bad news on the pricing is that shroud that we've been looking at, this pretty little one, apparently, according to the reports, is $150 by itself. Which means that these will likely only go on the highest end cards.
Mm-hmm.
And the highest end cards will be super expensive.
Don't like that.
Super pricey.
That's gonna be tacked on to the price of the card somehow.
It's gonna be so expensive.
I don't like this. I really do like the design. I see like it's super polarizing. You know, people are
That's why I like it.
Possibly.
It's just unique.
Exactly. Like I'm seeing so much. There's articles. It's like bad news. This horrible new looking GPU shroud
Super
is
expensive.
And then everyone's just like, I either hate it or I like it, and I'm not seeing any in between. I personally like it, but $150 is expensive.
The 2 fan stacks in the middle absolutely do have cooling. If you look, there's a pass-through on the shroud here, right? Through the metal, and you can see that the fin stacks line up, so it just blows straight out.
Yeah, the fin stacks help then orient the heat.
Is it possible to buy a card without a shroud if you're just going to take it off anyways? Not from any sort of manufacturer. You might be able to buy one on eBay for somebody who like broke the shroud. Like somebody who broke their air cooling card and is like, I can't use this here, buy it for $600.
Yeah. I don't think that like just buying the PCB will ever be a thing. Might open the door for cheaper non-founders.
Nah, doubt. Why would they sell it for cheaper? That's exactly what happened. NVIDIA has always said that the founders are supposed to be the base price.
The premium.
Or no, they're not supposed to be the base price. They're supposed to be the premium ones.
Yeah.
So you pay more for the founders, right? But then even the cheap cards, even the turbo cards from Asus, which are just blower style coolers and super cheap to manufacture, also $1,200. Why would they sell them at less? Because honestly, you're not paying for the looks, you're paying for the performance.
It's a weird like situation. But no, you're not going to get cheaper partner boards.
Imagine the Lightning Z version. Yikes.
I want to see, like, with this unique PCB design, I want to see what the third-party companies come up with in terms of, like, coolers.
On the 1080 line, the founders were €100 more. Well, it's $200 more for the 2080 Ti Founders Edition. If we go back to the launch at Gamescom, NVIDIA said that the 2080 Ti is $999 and the Founders Edition is $1199. All 2080 Ti's have sold for $1199.
Yeah. I saw zero under that. For like, it was only until specials started coming out that you saw even a little dip.
Yeah, like you can sometimes on a really, really good special find one of $1,000.
Yeah. Which should have been the actual price.
Yeah, Sonamus is our biggest simp. He really likes Reese. We all know why.
Simp! Love you, Son of Moose.
Your light died, Reese. As you said, simp.
That's cool. I have magic powers.
You have simp powers.
Why is there a gummy on the floor?
Why wouldn't there be another one on the floor?
Ah! That stuck.
Actually, what I really hope is that this is the generation where all of the card designers redo all of their designs. Like the Strix from the 10 series looked fine, but then with the 20 series, they barely updated it. And it's just like, oh, okay. Same thing.
They refined like one edge.
Well, like the fans have a ring around it now instead of, but they didn't redesign the look of the cooler. That's what I want to come out. Redesigned coolers will be exciting.
Yeah. That's what made me like so excited seeing the weird PCB. It's just like I want to see what the partner cards look like now. Welcome back, Cam.
And also with this design, what we could get, especially from like people like EVGA, right? They like to do triple slot cards. It's very easy to do a triple slot when the PCB is so short, because the easiest way to add, I mean, you can add surface area by going past the PC, but you can also do it vertically.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool.
I want to see a chunky triple slot short boy.
Honestly, I'd be down with the quadruple slot. I mean,
really?
With 350 watts, you have to, yeah, like a 4-slot card would be great, because this is the ASRock X5 or RX 5600 XT Phantom Gaming. You can see the PCB only goes to here, but then it has this. So they could do this, or they could lengthen it, chop it off, stick it on top, and make it a quad stack card.
I want to see that just because of how different it would be.
Yeah, I would take a quad stack card.
Like,
especially of a 3090, just to make sure that it's like thinner.
Like, if you just think of how good some of those, like, just think of something like the Dark Rock coolers. That's this big, massive, just chunk of metal that like looks really cool. Just imagine a GPU like that.
Beautiful. And then you don't have to really deal with GPU sag, because most of it's still protected by like where you screw it in. So Reese likes the girth?
Oh yeah. Girthy cards.
Exactly. With thicker, shorter cards, they'd be less likely to sag.
Yeah, especially like if you have all that support on the side there. Like I'm just picturing like a big CPU cooler and a big GPU cooler, and like you get this really cool balanced look like that.
No SLI, so 4 slots are available. You don't have room for other ones.
Do it!
Stop giving me longer graphics cards. Give me short, thick boys. Four-slot card would take all of the space in a micro ATX case. Why are you putting a 3090 in a micro ATX case? Be a big boy. Get a full tower.
Yeah, I don't.
If you're not spending $1,000 on your case, why are you buying a super high-end graphics card?
I don't want to see that card in a small case deprived of air.
No, that would be terrible.
What expansion cards do you really need nowadays? Exactly.
Sometimes Wi-Fi. Sometimes.
Buy a motherboard that's premium enough to have Wi-Fi built in.
The streaming PC has a $300 motherboard with no Wi-Fi.
Garbage. Chuck it out.
Wait, no, it does have Wi-Fi. What am I talking about?
I don't know.
I was talking about another motherboard. Never mind, it does have
capture cards.
Sometimes, but they have USB versions, which aren't as good, which are not as good.
That's fair.
Yes.
But for most people's needs, you could get away with a USB.
Anybody who needs a capture card for streaming doesn't need a 3090 to stream. Let's just be fair. And technically, if you are streaming with a 3090, that's your gaming PC and you put the capture card on the streaming PC.
Yes.
So you don't need a 3090 on your streaming PC.
Internal DAX gross. RAID card, nah. Fill those slots up with a big boy GPU.
What would you guys think if I shoved this card in my Ghost S1? Is it one of those sandwich style SFF cases? Would it be starved of air? Probably not, based on where it pulls air from 2 different directions. So you should be okay.
I think in the Ghost S1 it would be fine.
Yeah, you'll be okay. You'll be fine. Yeet.
Yeet.
Jay Funky, can you put yourself in timeout?
For saying yeet.
Yeah.
What's wrong with saying yeet?
It's the context in which he said it that is inappropriate. Hey, can I put this graphics card in my case? Yes. Yeet.
Yeet.
He's not saying it as yeet. He's saying it as aw yeah, which is a little weird.
Yeet or neat.
I eat spaghetti in my rat hole.
Proud of you. As long as it's from a spag bag.
What's a rat hole?
I don't know, actually. Now you've got me questioning it.
What's a rat hole and how does one get spaghetti in it?
It's a hole where you keep rats.
But then how do you have enough room to fit spaghetti?
The rats
Because-
are part of the spaghetti.
I don't like it.
You gotta feed your rats.
Rats will eat the walls, it's fine.
Have you not seen Future Man? I haven't, Agent Zippo.
What?
Saw that message.
Didn't like that one.
Which one?
So a sort of side question, isn't the whole NVLink or card to communication and syncing an issue because the PCI Express controller doesn't aggregate the information and leaves it up to the CPU? PCI Express 5.0 is supposed to be faster than NVLink and is supposed to have support for syncing across all hardware through the PCI Express controller. Maybe, but also NVLink will be multi-years old at that point. We don't know that NVIDIA won't come up with a higher-end solution. And also, Intel's working on something to replace PCI Express in the first place, so we might be on a completely different standard soon regardless.
Mom's spaghetti.
Pescetti.
New AGP. I want AGP. Give me an AGP card, please.
I've probably mentioned this before, but I had a weird motherboard back in the day.
It had both PCI Express and AGP.
So I could use my current AGP graphics card, get a PCI, and then use it as like a stepping stone instead of having to buy a new graphics card and a new motherboard and all that stuff all at once. I need coffee, unless that's alcohol in your mug. Vinegar.
It's vinegar.
The strong man's alcohol.
Although, we should get whiskey.
Whiskey in the mugs?
Heck yeah.
ASRock 775 motherboard had that. There was only a couple of PCI graphics cards. I tried to look into that for buying when we were in South Africa, but I realized I would never get them shipped there. So I abandoned the project, but I did want to check out like the PCI graphics cards, not PCI Express.
Yeah, that sounds weird.
Yeah.
Hi, Chris Yums.
Yes. Let's go ahead and let's talk about another processor that we really want. Okay, we're talking about new things coming.
I saw this.
Reese is excited about this one. Apple is saying goodbye to Intel forever, and apparently at WWDC in June, on June 22nd, they will be announcing their ARM replacement for Intel on their MacBooks. This is probably not going in the full-size Mac.
No.
The iMac Pro and the Mac Pro will probably still be rocking high-end Xeons, but my guess is, at least for now, at least the MacBook Air. Do they still have a regular MacBook?
Technically.
And the MacBook will be on their own processor.
Yeah, I could see them ditching the MacBook again and just like letting that go into limbo and then putting something like this in the Air or like the lighter laptops.
Yes. Yeah. I think they have to keep the Pro stuff still x86 for right now.
Yes.
If it's going to be Pro, it has to be x86.
But now use the the base entry level stuff to get developers to start slowly porting over their stuff to ARM.
Yep.
They have that wrapper. They've made it super easy for developers to basically just put it in this wrapper that they made for ARM stuff, and you see like almost zero performance loss without having to recode anything.
Yeah. If it's ARM, why don't they use the iPad? Because they're going to have something faster than the iPad. And also keyboards matter and trackpads matter. Having an actual laptop is not the same as having an iPad with a case and a trackpad. It's just not the same. So you would still get Mac OS. You get the full Mac OS experience plus new apps being developed for being running on ARM.
I also saw this, but I'll wait and see if it comes up. I didn't look.
The trade-in program?
No.
Then no, I have no other Apple news.
A rumor.
Oh yeah, I didn't have that. The iPad style iMac.
Yeah, it's pretty looking.
It looks the same as all the other ones.
It's pretty
There's
looking.
nothing different.
It's pretty.
Yeah, I don't. So my guess is that the MacBook Pro would not have this new processor because Pro applications aren't yet established for ARM processing.
Yeah.
But once you start getting
Give a platform for it,
yes,
that's not super critical. Like you still have options for the professionals.
You know, it'd be crazy.
What?
So they release MacBook Air with their ARM processor, and they release the MacBook. And you find that in the comparable benchmarks that you have, the MacBook performs the same as the 16-inch MacBook Pro. And then it's just like, hey, guess what we could do if we had Pro, except for you're not developing for us. So develop for the MacBook, which is the performance of Intel CPUs. And we'll see what happens later.
Like an Apple A14 chip would smoke what's currently in this little MacBook Air. Like
yes.
just, I mean, if they can do that as a statement piece, sure.
Photoshop that is on tablets is not the Pro version of Photoshop.
That's
it's not fully fledged Photoshop.
I'm sure the iPad is the fully fledged now.
It has a lot of the same, based on all of the reviews I've seen, it's a lot of the same features, but not everything.
Isn't it a mobile app, essentially?
Yes, but on iPad OS, it's different than what it's on a phone.
So an advanced mobile app.
No, it's basically like a light version of the desktop app.
Weird.
It's not quite the same, but it's very close. And all they need to do is get that extra leg up to be on, like, being fully compatible, but also being processing on ARM. Apple actually being competitive is such a foreign concept to me. Jay Funky, where have you been? They've been completely competitive. Everybody just likes to mock them because they're overpriced. But honestly, Linus is going to be releasing a video about the PC Pro where he spent, I think it was $35,000 on a PC to compete with the Mac Pro. And the PC wins in a few benchmarks, but it was a pain in the ass to set up. It wasn't as efficient, and the Mac Pro destroyed it in certain areas. So yes, it's overpriced, but there is an ease of use that comes with using Mac. There is an actual efficiency upgrade that comes with using Mac. And while the hardware by itself might not be as good as what you find on PC, it's actually as powerful or more powerful in a lot of instances. Optimization. Yes. I watched Linus's PC Pro video, and I was like, wow, that thing sucks.
Damn.
Yeah. $35,000 PC, and I was just like, this is so stupid. Why would you build this? This makes no sense. You make a great point, and as a MacBook Pro owner, I can see it.
I'm with you, Brad. Can't get over the cheese grater look with the Mac Pro.
Just rip off the front panel. And you're
Oh,
good. Yeah.
I think the PC Pro was a statement piece, really.
It was not a good statement if it was
No.
a statement piece.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah. It also trashed the Mac Pro where it won. Yes, but then the Mac Pro also trashed it where it won. And then let's also talk about how the PC Pro it didn't even have proper I/O slots. And they had to put on these janky 12-year-old RAM coolers to keep the RAM from overheating, whereas on Apple it worked fine out of the box.
I want to watch that video now. I just want a Threadripper Mac Pro. Yeah.
I would take that, but there's still a lot of good reasons to go with Intel right now.
Yeah.
But Apple making big innovation like this will be kind of fun to see. I like watching Apple's weird ideas. Computing is allowing for style and power to now be possible. But they've been doing it. They've been making big innovations in their phones and their iPads. And we haven't, like, that hasn't come into the PC Master Race scene because you're not talking about how fast an iPhone 11 is compared to a gaming laptop. But they're A14 chip, or are they on A13 right
I think they're on A13 right now.
That it destroys everything. You have no comparison. There is no benchmark Snapdragon that's as fast as what Intel's making in processors. And so if that's what they're doing on mobile, what are they actually going to do with their own Mac processor?
I mean, when you don't have to keep the size constraint of a phone
Yes.
in mind.
Or the cooling capacity of a phone. Or, I mean, it's kind of a laptop, so you do have to have power efficiency in mind.
That's fair.
Yeah. And that might be one of the things that they get rid of, which would be a huge advantage. MacBooks don't overheat anymore. They don't thermal throttle because the thermal throttling was never Apple. It was always Intel.
Yeah.
Maybe Intel runs really hot.
Honestly, I'm gonna wait to see what they actually come out with. Could be cool. Could be garbage. Could be more Intel stuff.
No, Apple already gave us the garbage can.
What?
Trash can.
Their previous Mac Pro is the shape of a trash can.
I heard horror stories.
Okay.
It was not very good.
Guy in the studio had one, and one of the guy emptied out his cigarette into the top because he thought it was a. And that's just like the fans pulling it in.
Delicious.
Well, guess what? Not only is Apple apparently planning on releasing their own Mac-based Mac or ARM-based MacBooks, you'll be able to trade in your old Macs for it. They're going to start a new trade-in program as of June 15th for you to trade in your old Apple Macs to go towards a new one.
I honestly thought they had this already.
Really?
Yeah.
They do.
They don't.
Maybe they do in South Africa.
Yeah, you take your product to the Apple store, they give you a small amount of money back for it.
Yeah, that's not an Apple store. That's an iStore. It's different. That's
Or
Core.
iStore or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, because Core had it, I thought it was just an Apple thing.
No, it's not an Apple thing. It's going to be a new Apple thing in the US and Canada in next week. And as far as I'm aware, that's one of the very only computer companies that allow you to trade in your devices for another one.
Really?
I can't think of another one that does that. Dell doesn't do it. HP doesn't do it.
Yeah.
MSI had a program way back when with their MXM GPUs where you were able to actually this never panned out, but the 980Ms used to be socketable. So it was called an MXM module because it was replaceable, the GPU. But then NVIDIA was like, no, we're not making one of these anywhere else. So
Okay.
Well then.
yeah.
Like, because when I was looking at selling my Mac, there was the option of just taking it to any iStore.
Yeah, iStores aren't
Trade-in.
officially run by Apple.
Okay, and they even have a whole thing on the website that you can see how much your computer is worth.
Yeah. That's why I thought it was an American thing already.
No. Twitch Prime sub from Makai. Thank you, friend. 2 months. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
I have an MXM laptop. I got screwed on that deal.
Oof.
Yeah, that sucks.
It's a tax write-off for them when they donate the old Apple stuff to schools.
Alienware didn't make MXM. They might have made MXM laptops. A lot of companies made the MXM laptops because that's how the GPUs came.
ASRock do it with motherboards.
I just know it was worthless to do that because of the small amount of money they give you.
Oh yeah, that's just because it's Core.
Okay, so this is actually a key distinguish. You can actually check this on the Apple website currently. Now you're going to be able to do it on walk-in.
Oh, so you can just bring your laptop
and get the new one.
Be like, hey, this is my old stuff.
Yes.
I want a new one. Can you transfer my data real quick?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
MSI was my choice. Great laptop.
Depends on which one you got. But this is a great SSD. ZDAC announcing their brand new RGB SSDs, up to 2 terabytes in capacity.
That looks so cool within the...
Because it's an underglow. It's not like the top. Yeah, this is beautiful.
I love that. That's so cool.
Yep.
Like, if it was like flashy on the top like that,
Yeah.
be a little iffy. But the fact that it like bounces off and has that underglow effect,
Yep. It's pretty.
real cool.
Yeah. So this obviously matches their new cooler that they came out with and their new RAM, which we have the RAM and we have the cooler. We actually built a PC with the ZDAC cooler yesterday on stream. So that looks pretty good.
Got you, Jay Funky.
Yes. But that's not the only thing that got announced yesterday. This thing got announced yesterday, but apparently it got deleted. Samsung announcing their 870 QVO 8 terabyte drive on Amazon yesterday. Now it's down. It's coming out on August 24th and costs, I think it was either $800 or $900.
That's big.
Sorry,
8
this
terabytes.
was live when I filmed last night, so now it's dead.
They announced the dog.
Yeah, it was $900 when it was on Amazon yesterday. There we go.
Big boy.
Yep.
Big boy, lots of space. Damn.
But you know what's going to take up less space? TSMC's 4 nanometers.
Can't they just stop already?
Okay, so yesterday we talked about how TSMC is looking to invest in 2 nanometers. Apparently, according to the latest reports, they're going to be planning an intermediary node between 5 and 3, and they're calling it 4. And they're planning to go live with 4 nanometers in 2023.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm okay with this timeline.
Stopgap. I mean, it makes sense.
What was the logical choice?
What else would you call it? You could call it 5 Mark II. Or 3 Beta.
3.5.
Yeah. Something like that.
There we go. 3.5. I'm with you.
No, because 3.5, well, maybe. I don't know. It's hard to...
Yeah, just call it 4 and be done with it.
Yeah. Well, now you can be done with redeeming games on Xbox because they're making the Digital Direct program where you can instantly redeem games, subscriptions, and exclusive content that you get bundled. You just click a button instead of entering the 25-digit code.
Yes!
It's just a button now.
I'm saying yes, and I'm super excited about this as someone who doesn't own an Xbox.
Yeah. This is nice.
I just want this to become a standard,
Mhm.
please.
Well, it is now for Xbox.
Bring it, Xbox.
You know who's going to bring it? I'm going to bring some rage.
Okay.
Okay. Callan, can I get a zoom, please?
Rage it up.
Oh dear.
Frick Cox. Cox Communications is basically what its name implies. Just a giant cesspool of penile discussion. That's all it is. Let's talk about the article. There was apparently a user who's using Cox Communications as his ISP who has been using between 4 and 8 terabytes a month of data for the past 4 years.
Damn.
For the past 4 years, he pays for unlimited data. He gets everything that he needs to get with that. However, recently, with the coronavirus stuff and everybody signing up, they reached out to him and they said, hey, stop it. And he was like, why? Nothing's changed. And they were like, you're too much. And he was like, but I schedule my data transfer between 1 a.m. and 8 a.m. when nobody's using the network. And they were like, we don't care. Stop it.
No.
Okay? Which, you know, we could have a debate about that. That's not really why Cox sucks. Cox. That's not it. So, like, acceptable use policy, you get all of that, right? It makes kind of sense that they would be saying, hey, don't use dozens and dozens of terabytes. That's not up for discussion here. But they threatened to terminate him if he didn't slow it down. Well, what they did was so much worse.
Oh dear.
So they sent him an email afterwards and they said, we're actually going to be throttling you from 35 megabits per second to 10 megabits per second from now until the middle of next July, which doesn't sound so bad, okay? You're using too much data. We're not terminating your contract. We're just going to throttle you. If it weren't for the fact that they ended up throttling his entire neighborhood too.
Well done, Cox.
They didn't just throttle him, they throttled the exchange that his internet went through, and everybody else has to pay the price for what he did. Mike from Gainesville, Florida, I'm sorry, screw Cox. Because Cox screwed you.
When will you learn?
Fred Cox.
Wow.
I picked that up off the floor, just so you know.
Adds flavor.
Yes. He said that his 8 terabytes of monthly use was scheduled device backups and data sharing via various encrypted information sharing protocols. That's a lot for a report.
Mystery solved.
But it wasn't the downloading per se. It was actually the uploads that they were upset about. Because one of the things that really does suck about internet here in Gainesville is that our gigabit plan with Cox, which we also have, is 1,000 megabits down, but 35 up. And as content creators, that is awful. That is awful to be paying for 1,000 down and then not even 50. It's bad. It's so bad. I hate it.
At least in like South Africa, you have like the same.
It's either the same or half.
Yeah.
Like I'd be okay with 1,500.
Yeah.
Like 1,000 down, 500 up. Great. 1,035 is atrocious. I'm guessing that's not a business plan. Cox's business plan goes up to 230. 200 down and 30 up. That's their business plan.
Mm-hmm.
Slower download speeds and slower upload speeds to go with the business plan. We'd have to go with like an actual like high-end ISP where they have to come dig a fiber trench to us and install it to us directly, which is not going to happen right now.
Garbage.
It's trash.
Vintage Photo says they get 1,000 down, 20 up with Comcast.
Oof. It's horrible. I need the up.
At least we got fast download.
Yeah. So, Cox,
Being dumb.
their name says it all.
What's up, Ice Killer?
Hello, Ice Killer. I wish we had fiber optic service too. You need the up from Cox? I need the up and down, to be quite honest.
Mm-hmm.
I need a lot of up and down from Cox.
Of course. All I've seen from American ISPs, like online, is just that you guys have garbage service. But at least you have service.
And it works.
Yeah. Not like not like situations back in South Africa where, oh, cable's gone. No one has internet for the next week.
Cthulhu ate the undersea cable to Brazil. No internet this week.
How many
Again?
times? How many times just in the last few months have those undersea cables broken and
I think it's like 4 times.
and those like the South African internet just goes to crap.
Yeah.
People can't even watch YouTube or Netflix without having to sit and wait for it to load like an hour for a video on YouTube.
Spam calls.
Not available in my area. Only have 500 here.
He might be talking
Oh.
about kilobits.
150.10 for $75.
I'm paying $100 for my 1,000 down and 35 up, and then I pay $50 extra for the unlimited data. So I'm paying $150 a month.
What was it in South Africa for the, what's it, 200?
Yeah, that was. I think I was paying about $100.
Ridley says they've got a thousand.
Shut up! Don't want to hear it.
Here in
No,
Sweden for
no,
about
screw you.
$35
Stop
a month.
Shush!
All I'm seeing is a lot of people in this chat have good internet speeds. 18 euros for 1,000.
Must be nice.
Just from everything I've heard as well, like Americans complain about ISPs, whereas like people in Europe just have like insane internet connection speeds for ridiculously cheap prices.
South Africa is bad trying to find good internet.
Yeah, it's
It
very,
depends on where you live.
yeah, very
It's
hit or miss.
very location dependent. Like, I'm in this apartment, but the apartment across the street only has ADSL, whereas I'm on 200 meg fiber. And that's how we actually found where we lived in Groenkloof. I went to the fiber page, and I was like, which houses are covered by fiber? And we can only look in this area.
Yeah.
Oh, got Twitch Prime sub!
Thank you.
Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub!
But there's no good alternative. Like the only alternative is LTE,
Well, you don't need an alternative to fiber. Fiber is the solution.
but you can't get it in your area. So what's the alternative?
Right. That's the issue everywhere. If there's no fiber, there's no fast internet.
You can get fast LTEs, but they're heck expensive.
Rain was okay.
No.
It's gone downhill since.
Rain was never okay. Rain was shady as all hell.
Rain was okay when
No.
I like first got it, and by the end of the contract, I was like, I wouldn't renew with them.
Yeah, their entire business strategy was based on overselling.
Yes, which is fine. Why it was great when I got it initially, and it hadn't been so oversold.
Starlink's going to be fine for a lot of stuff, but not for latency sensitive
Nope.
applications. So gaming's
Nope.
not going to happen on Starlink. Anything that you actually need latency for.
You can browse Reddit fine on Starlink.
Yeah, you could do normal social media on Starlink, no problem.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
Gaming? Ha!
Ha is how people feel about certain things when it comes to The Last of Us.
Indeed.
But the HBO show might be looking to be a little bit better with a director from Chernobyl who directed 5 episodes, is apparently going to be the director of the pilot on The Last of Us, and he's going to serve as the executive producer behind the series. So there's not a ton of details about what The Last of Us series is going to be about, but it's going to be on HBO. So,
I mean, I enjoyed the Chernobyl series, so if they can get something at least up to that caliber, cool.
Yeah.
I'll watch it.
Elon's an Overwatch player, so we'll see. You can't get. It doesn't matter if Elon's a gamer. You can't limit the distance of space because Elon plays video games. The latency on Starlink will have nothing to do because Elon's not prioritizing it, and have everything to do with the fact that they are in space.
Elon just runs into SpaceX one day. Make space smaller.
Speed of light needs to go faster. We're tired
Do
of
it.
this.
And you watch the intern scramble.
Does he really want us to make light speed faster?
No one dares question it.
Destiny 2, though, let's talk about that space stuff.
Space.
They announced that they're going to support it until at least 2022, and everybody will be getting free upgrades to the Series X and the PS5, where it has been confirmed to support 4K 60 FPS.
Yes.
And the 3 expansions that they're looking to launch in this are Destiny 2 Beyond Light, The Witch Queen, and Lightfall, saying that they're not going to make the same mistakes they did by making a Destiny 3 right now.
Yeah, because with Destiny 1 to Destiny 2, they basically took all progress, just threw it out the window. Now it seems like it's more of a live service, long-term game. So I'm cool with this. I don't want to have to start it freaking over again. I might get back into Destiny 2 now that I know it's not going to be worth nothing.
Yes, but possibly what could happen is that these expansions suck.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And they unrate everything
They're going to
that's happened.
suck, just 100% down already. But I can still play it for a longer time. It can suck for longer.
Are you going to go prepare yourself?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, I'm preparing myself for Atlas because they have announced that they are appearing at the 2020 PC gaming show. Where's the tweet here?
I wonder what that could be for.
So shut your mouth, number one. So Atlas announcing that they're going to be at the PC gaming show. They just started a new creator page on Steam, which obviously already has a game on it. Catherine Classic is on Steam already. So the rumors that are out right now are Persona 4 Golden and Persona 5 coming to the PC, which I need a zoom. Screw you, Atlas! You don't bring Persona 4 Golden to the PS4? You can only freaking play it on the Vita? What the hell? And then you're just gonna jump ship to the PC without bringing it to the Switch? Where's my Persona 5 on the Switch?
How dare they?
How dare they bring it to the PC? This makes nothing better. Nobody wants this. Everybody wants it on the Switch. Bring me Persona to the Switch. To which some people have the perfect response to me. I am thou art a bitch. Persona 5 is not coming to Switch.
I love it.
Screw you, Atlas.
Royals on the Switch?
I'll kill you. And it's not spelled Royale. There's no E. Persona 5 Royal.
The salty mountains are high today. You're damn right.
I had a lot of salt. And the United States Space Force might be slightly salty because the Netflix show got dibs on the trademark Space Force. So that's funny. Apparently the military didn't even apply for it. So, yeah, Netflix Space Force now owns the trademark for Space Force, even though it's an actual U.S. military branch. GG.
Whoops!
Good job, Netflix.
I saw the patent is still pending from, I think, the Air Force side because of this.
Mm-hmm.
I saw also, was it Star Trek that they're also having a copyright dispute with because of how the logo is like...
Oh, it's a direct ripoff of Star Trek?
Essentially, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
That was a whoopsie right there.
Mm-hmm.
There's the side by side.
No. No, that one's definitely asymmetrical. This one is definitely symmetrical.
No,
so,
not just that. It's like the entire idea.
No.
I can
there are
see
similar themes.
I can 100% see.
No, they're similar themes. It's not the same.
It's totally the same.
No. There are a couple things that you could say are similar, but they're also space ideas. There is an orbit and there is a ship.
Yes. They happen to have the same lots of things.
Does it look like it was inspired? Yes. Does it look like a ripoff? Not even close.
I think it's a ripoff. I'm gonna stand by that.
No, this is some kid who grew up watching Star Trek and was like, what makes me think of space? Triangles and swoopties.
It's got the triangle, it's got the swoopty, it's got like the outer ring. It looks like a badge that was just ripped directly
here,
from the show.
let's pull this up. Okay. Is this just a direct ripoff or is it an homage?
But it shouldn't have been either.
It looks like it's slightly inspired, but it's not the same logo. It has so many features that aren't the same.
No, but that's
why?
enough to be like, hey, this is...
No, it's not. Not at all.
Straw poll it.
It's not stolen. It's a completely... Okay, you can call it unoriginal, absolutely. But that doesn't mean that it's the exact same and a ripoff.
It's not the exact same, but it is heavily influenced.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not saying that the influence isn't there. I'm saying that it's not the same logo.
Of course
Therefore,
not.
it's not a ripoff.
It's not.
It is.
It is a ripoff.
That's not how ripoffs work.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
No,
it is.
it's
Yes.
That's not how ripoffs work.
Go away, hey.
So what we're having here is an argument based on our definitions, not on what we think of this logo.
Google definition of ripoff.
A fraud or swindle, especially something that is grossly overpriced, an inferior imitation of something.
Okay.
I don't think it's
With
an
that
inferior
diff-
imitation.
with
I do. I will stand by that.
No.
Okay, no. I don't agree with that definition. It's not a ripoff then. But
Is it unoriginal and uninspired?
Yes.
Yes. Is it a ripoff? Not even
I
close.
also think it's a ripoff.
Star Trek was inspired by the U.S. logo for the 1942 Air Force Space Command. The space for logo descends from that. So,
I mean,
eat
sure.
that one, baby.
I don't know. Those are basically the same image, though.
They're very similar. Here we go. Air Force Space Command. So this is the one. This is the original one.
What came first? That.
This one came first.
Okay. And Star Trek copied.
No, I don't think even if this is the Star Trek logo, that doesn't look like it's pulled from this.
Yes, it does.
My gosh, ships are triangles.
No, it's not just the triangle. It's everything around it. It's the swishy thing star around.
Those
The
are space
planet.
ideas. It's called an orbit.
They're exact.
You
but
have
they're
very
the
few
same.
space imageries to pull from.
same, but different.
It's like making a pop song with the same 4 chords. That's all this is. You only have 4 chords to choose from when it comes to space designs.
Nah.
Star Trek was totally a thing in 1942.
Ah, yes. Yes.
No.
Sci-fi.
No, that's sci-fi. That's an
How
A,
dare
dude.
you. How dare you?
They ripped each other mutually off. There we go. 45 biddies.
There might not be a lot of space imagery to choose from, but they chose the exact things to draw in their symbols. It's
A
the
ship?
exact things. A ship.
An orbit
Stars.
and stars. These are common space metaphors.
They could have at least put a little bit of more effort into
I'm
it
just saying.
to be more unique.
Like-
What more should they have had?
Aliens.
Why does the orbit need to orbit around the ship
It's not. It's orbiting around the Earth.
and the ship?
No, it's behind the ship.
No, it's not.
Okay, I can't see that.
It's clearly in front of the ship and the planet.
Because it's the ship itself. So
Look
it
at
is
this.
not a ripoff.
There's one
Totally a
like
ripoff.
big star.
It can't be because it came before it.
Zero
Oh.
care.
I moisten your arm. I moisten your arm, good sir.
And my toe. That's cold.
Well, you know what's a less heated argument
What?
in this? I didn't lose. We proved Reese wrong. He had the worst idea. You can't say it's a ripoff of Star Trek because it came before it.
Oh, I don't care about that. It's still a ripoff.
Yeah, Star Trek ripped off.
No.
What do
Star
you mean?
Trek
No, we showed the logo
was
that came before the Star
inspired.
Trek logo.
Yeah, but
Okay, let's look at this.
I'm
The Air
done.
Force Space Command.
no. This is going too far.
No.
Just carry
Okay. What? Okay. Where? Wait. What? Okay.
What
Go
are you
away.
doing?
Here we go. This logo and this logo. Those are
ones?
much way similar. This
Yes.
logo came before Star Trek. This logo, clearly, also this logo. This is the same as this. This is just modernized. So if this came before Star Trek, and this is just an updated version of this,
No.
then the Star Trek one doesn't matter.
No.
The Star Trek one came
I
in between
zoned
them.
you out completely.
Because the Star Trek one used that one as a basis. But it's still different. This one is very similar.
Yes, because they're both the Air Force.
Yeah, but the new Air Force one is more similar to the Star Trek one than it is to that one.
It's like they took the middle of this one and then they took the outside of the Star Trek one.
What?
So you have the original, okay? Great, that's the original.
Yes.
Then
Because they're the same branch of the government. This didn't even leave the Air Force. This is still the Air Force.
Yes.
you have the
So how did they rip off what they created?
Because their new logo looks like the Star Trek logo.
Yes!
No, it looks like a modern version of this.
No, it doesn't.
If we never even talked about the Star Trek logo,
It looks
This-
like a ripped off version of something that was inspired by their original version.
Go to the original. It's like they took that middle piece and then go to the others. And then they just
This is
plopped it on top of the Star Trek
pointless.
logo.
how?
How do you not see it?
The whole thing, the fact that it's in a circle with all the font and the name around it in a circle.
They went to,
it's
like,
no
having it-
longer a badge and anymore.
This is how the America makes badges. We have circle badges for everything now. We don't have crests. This is totally normal. They didn't have. They were. Oh, it was always going to be a circle, no matter what the interior design is.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, it has to be a ripoff of Star Trek because they're
Totally.
following patch design.
Totally a ripoff.
All right, we're straw polling this.
No!
This is way too heated for us to not have resolution.
It's heated for you, maybe.
You can switch off the screen now.
All right, democracy time.
You guys have to vote. I'm voting. Nay. 100 biddies from Tony Nash. Thank you, friend.
Woo! Thank you.
If you don't care, then don't vote. Can we at least agree that the straw poll decides it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Fine.
totally.
I'm fully prepared to hate democracy and be all in for communism.
Yeah.
Brett with the massive brain. Shaving it has given it more oxygen for the thinking belts. The creator of Star Trek said the logo was fully inspired by the Air Force, which he served in.
Yes, we've.
But that's
established
not
that.
the argument we're having now.
Yeah, that we fully established that.
Thousand biddies with Sir CB85. Thank you, friend.
I'm with you, Vacuolus. It's still closer to the Star Trek
Yeah.
logo than the original logo.
I don't think.
The only thing that remained the same is the ship. That looks like a paper plane.
It kept the stars, the orbits, the ship.
It didn't keep the orbits. It took the orbits from the Star Trek logo.
The Star Trek logo goes off the badge.
And over the ship.
Yes, but regardless, the orbit in this goes around the Earth just like it does in this one.
But why didn't they make 2 orbits then? Why did they only make 1?
Simplicity, I don't know.
Or because Star Trek.
NASA logo looks cooler than both.
Life
I'm just
imitating
saying,
art.
it was such an media is so influential. Like Star Trek was a big thing for a lot of people.
I'm legit surprised the poll is close. I can't believe we have so many wrong people in the chat. Hey, the straw poll decides what the answer is, and therefore that is the official answer, and there is no more being wrong.
Yeah, that
Because
then
there is the one true answer.
Like,
You can't oppose the one true answer.
essentially.
correct.
We will give it 1 more minute. 1 more minute of voting, and then we will determine forever, is the Space Force logo a ripoff of the Star Trek logo?
Vote for what you actually think. Don't try and change your votes
Vote for your heart.
to make it 50-50.
When you look at them, for the first time. What do you think?
Rip off
No,
or not?
you can't look at just both of them. You have to, because my argument is it's not a ripoff of the Star Trek logo. It's a simplification of the original.
My argument is that yes, the Star Trek logo was inspired by the original logo, but then to update the logo, they took too much inspiration from the Star Trek logo into it.
Yes.
Well, in 28 seconds, we will have the final answer. Get your votes in. It is heckin' close. Kathleen, can you switch to the voting? Get your votes in, friends.
Can't vote on YouTube.
You're supposed to click on the link.
The straw poll link is right there.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
100 votes.
It will forever be known that the Space Force logo is not a ripoff of the Star Trek logo.
That's okay.
Oh well.
When I called the last minute, you guys were winning,
I saw that.
and I was like, okay, I have to.
They came in to support you.
No, you cannot see the 3 logos again because it's official.
It's official. It's over. There is no other truth besides the Space Force logo is not a ripoff. Tony Nash with the 100 biddies. Woo! But the Netflix show is the original Space Force.
Yeah.
According to trademarks.
I think it was January 2019.
There you go.
For science.
So, speaking of things that were argued to death,
Yeah.
this is not argued to death, it's just dead. HTC apparently isn't dead with their phones.
Excuse me.
They're releasing their first phone in years on June 16th called the Desire 20. This was announced on HTC Taiwan's Instagram page with 8,000 followers. That's how many HTC has.
Yikes.
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 They're coming out with a new smartphone.
I honestly thought HTC was dead and buried at this point.
You know what I could think this might be? You know what would be weird? Is if Huawei partners with HTC and starts selling their phones under the HTC banner.
Whoa.
And you'll never know.
Like just as
No, we would know.
As a licensing thing?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
That'd be cool. I had that thought. I doubt it is because of this camera design right
Just
here.
because of
That's very similar to the P40.
Just looking at it, you actually might be onto something. But I know that would never happen.
Backdoor to America. I'm pretty sure that it wouldn't be too hard to get the up and up on that.
I mean, there's been a lot of backdoors through licensing to get stuff into other countries. So.
So, HTC's not dead.
Mm-hmm. That's actually super surprising.
That's why I put it in the article. I thought they were dead.
Oh yeah.
Brett, you suck for defending a sucky logo. John, the truth is out there. We have determined the truth communally.
Yeah, no.
You cannot argue
still
against.
Suck.
Nope. We cannot besmirch the original Space Force logo. It shall forever be known that the laws are written. It is known.
Cemented.
100 biddies from Tony Nash. Bye now. It was fun. Cheers, Tony.
Check ya.
Well, that's the end of hot news. The hot news has been hot.
Spicy.
Yeah, we wow.
Even.
Wooza wooza.
Who's a?
Achi wowie fire.
Hot news.
Okay.
Let's see them emotes just to send it off.
Okay, I'm gonna kill whoever posted this. Or my computer didn't render it properly?
What?
Looking at this. So, just an announcement that we made at the beginning of stream, but for everybody who wasn't here at the beginning, we have our own subreddit now. Callie, show it off. We have our own subreddit. This is where we're going to be doing tech meme review from next week, starting from next week. And we actually have our first tech meme on here.
Really?
Yes,
already?
but we'll get to that in a second. I posted this one. This one doesn't count. And people have already given me silver. Why? Why the hell would you give me silver? Why would you spend money on Reddit? I don't get it. I don't get the point of gilding posts at all.
Just say thank you.
No, No, oh, I hate people who edit their posts to say thank you.
No, don't edit your post to say thank you.
No, screw that. Why are you giving Reddit money?
This is me whenever you do nice things or buy me stuff.
This does nothing for me. This does nothing for me and everything for Reddit. It just gives Reddit money.
Don't you get something back from Reddit
No,
at all?
no.
I'm sure you must.
You get no cut of this. It's just, hey, they liked your post.
Woo!
And they paid Reddit to like your post.
That's how much they liked it.
Yes. With gold, you get ad-free. Okay, see, that makes sense. You get ad-free Reddit.
That's cool.
That's worth paying, and then you have gold to give out. That makes sense. But this is silver. Hell, silver. Somebody giving me silver. Why are you paying Reddit?
We all know it's the best Pokemon game, so keep quiet. Don't even try and argue that. Get back.
No, I'm wondering if an argument could be made for Crystal.
Okay, shut up.
The Suicune element is, I think, would be polarizing. Anyways. So, yes, we have our own subreddit. Submit your tech memes on here. Catlin, would you be so kind as to intro us into Wednesday, my dudes?
Ow.
Is Wednesday, my dudes,
Joybox, drop
in
it.
a little bit of... Oh, wait, no, I need to go to the actual scene.
I was going to say, while you're busy with that, Joybox, drop a photo of the new keycaps. You can do that there, too.
Yes. Yes, you can put it all right.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
It's Wednesday, my dudes. It's
Wednesday,
time for
my
tech
dudes.
meme review.
That will never get old for me.
I think it's my favorite one I've done. It is Wednesday, my dudes.
All right. Actually, first, can we do the one that the first meme posted on our subreddit?
Yeah. The honorable first meme posted on our
A vintage
subreddit.
photo got my first upvote.
Hey.
I'm just gonna save a few bucks. I'm planting the bomb, the Apevia power supply.
Solid.
Solid. It's referencing what we built with the other day. Very good meme. We have 22 Reddit members now.
Heck yeah.
Phenomenal.
Wow. Update.
I did update it. I gave it the update. That's a good.
Big PP.
This we need our own thing.
I know, but we don't have one yet, so big PP.
I don't think you're allowed to give your big PP away.
Big PP.
Are you learning to wield it more properly now?
Yeah, just gotta yell it out.
Okay.
Have you gotten tips from your book?
I have not made it past the first page because I was laughing too much and then I put it down again.
Okay. First meme.
First meme. Reese, Cat, Brett.
Oh, dang, I didn't see.
Okay.
Oh, hey, yeah, I'm a dragon. Suck it.
No, Reese.
So is this the same dragon or is it three heads?
I
Or is
always
it three
assume
different
that
dragons?
it's a three-headed dragon.
That's what I think, yeah.
Which means
And then
we're
I'm
a
the
dragon.
derpy head.
I'm a freaking dragon. Hey.
Ah, yes, the only person who makes everything run is the derpy one. Public perception. Okay. Reese is the angry one. I don't know.
Yeah.
Reese is the one looking at me funny. The Reese and Cat need to be switched around. This is a good meme, but it's not true to who they are. Reese is always giving me the side eye. Cat's just always pissed.
I'm not.
Even the angry cat eyes.
That's Ghidorah. It's an alien. Okay.
I believe you.
Sure,
dragon.
but it's also a dragon.
Next meme. This is a good start.
Next
It's a good start.
meme.
This is way better than last week. No one. People in
Oh my gosh.
So if a man has hundreds of hard drives and wanted to stack them in a pyramid, how many would need to go on the third layer?
Yes. I love this. That's a solid one.
This is a great meme.
Linus
He
has
is-
300. What are those hard drives?
Yes.
If he eats 20 of them, how many will he have left?
How many bites does he need to take?
Linus is that man from the math.
This is a good meme. Oh man. Sonomus, this is glorious.
Sonomus, you beautiful, beautiful man.
This is so good.
This is potentially one of the best things I've seen.
Bye, Hey Ace. Thanks for tuning in, friend.
Bye.
Wow.
The more I look at it.
Man, we need to supply like thumbnails every week for this stuff.
Mhm.
Okay, next meme.
Feed me Seymour.
Bro, you don't hit anything. Me, I swear it's my mouse. Yeah, right. My mouse.
Did they actually make those?
There has to be a Stormtrooper mouse.
It looks like some Razer mouse.
Yeah, it exists. It's a Razer Atheris.
What?
Good call. Good call.
Oh dang.
Yeah, you wouldn't hit anything. This is not bad. This is not a bad meme.
Lol. Funny joke.
Who's that meme?
Who dat?
That? Okay, I'm gonna give my answer in a couple seconds.
Kinda looks like Dr. Phil.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say.
It's not Dr.
Okay,
Phil.
never mind.
Yeah, no, now I'm stumped. I was going based on the head shape and everything.
Yeah.
I just realized it kinda looks like Dr. It's not Dr. Phil. This is a very, very famous one. Like
It's not-
so famous that once you see it, you will like
It's not
hate
Joji
yourself.
with the clock, is it?
No.
No. I don't know.
Are they older in age?
Indeed.
Is it Harold?
Indeed.
Aha!
Ice
I had
Killer.
the pain, Harold.
Ice Killer got it. Good
You
job,
did?
man.
Well done.
Next meme.
Next meme.
14 animers. Boo! Get better material. This is pretty good.
Oh,
Sad
solid.
crow
Love that.
noises.
It's a tech twist on an old favorite. I finally found it after 15 years. The Scroll of Derp.
Yeah.
This is the kind of terrible meme I was talking about.
Yeah, I would give this like a 2 out of 10.
I haven't seen that meme in a while, though.
I see it every so often.
It's a very like commonly used meme. It's just
Yeah,
the point of the meme is not reached.
let's pass on this one.
You do
Because the scroll is supposed to reveal something that's like
supposed to be the
obvious,
scroll
but
of
you don't.
truth.
Yeah, and it's the scroll of derp, and then
like the truth you don't want to see.
Yeah.
Essentially,
yeah, I don't like it.
you do secrete derp energy though.
That's fine, but that meme didn't work. When your PC is so fast that you can't read the loading screen tips.
You need that suffering from success.
Oh, Gabe's so sad. No, Gaben, it's okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
The PS5 SSD won't get rid of tech tips. It's okay. Or
I'll
game
give you my
tips.
credit card numbers to get.
Gaben, we'll give you money on the Steam summer sale. That's okay. Don't cry.
Okay, but that honestly is a frustrating thing for me when I can't read the loading screen.
Yes, but they'll just put the tips now like as a overlay as you're
Mhm.
playing instead of putting them on the loading screen.
But I always disable those.
Okay. Who's that me?
Okay, this one is just very special to me.
That looks like somebody from the show Recess.
No, it's an anime.
Alex Jones in a wig.
Who dat?
Get in the mech. There we go.
Get in the robot, Shinji. Your dad loves you. Get in the robot.
Oh, Shinji.
And this is purely because I saw this image. And I love it so much.
With inclusion, yes.
This is gonna be my staple what reaction image for a while now.
I love it.
RGB 25 miles, better PC port. Yeah.
Yes, we've been guilty of it. Okay, meme.
No, this is.
But
No.
RGB!
This is not a very good meme.
It's an okay meme.
No, this one's pretty bad.
It makes sense within the meme context.
Really doesn't, though. No.
How many 12-year-olds would rather have the flashy computer that don't even know what like specs mean?
Yeah, but then that wouldn't be the same thing, though. They're not. I don't know. This is PC Master Race boomer humor, and I hate it. Get the boomer comic off my screen.
Okay, boomer.
Breed Stickle Monster for Pres USA 2012.
Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
Please, it's not like you could make it worse.
What's my slogan?
Oh Lord.
Is that it? Oh Lord! He coming!
He coming! It's a good face to use for that one. Spag bag for all. Get that boomer pic off my screen.
Hot news for all. Spag bag for everyone. Every household in the United States will have a bag designated for spaghetti, and I will not waver on this. I don't care that the spag bags are killing 10 million Americans a year.
The truth needs to be out there.
Everybody needs to have one. Pizza
Beautiful
Friday.
vote.
Okay, next meme.
America.
Never buy a mask at a thrift store. No, don't laugh at this. This isn't a tech meme. This makes no sense to be on here right now. Who uploaded this?
How dare you?
Who uploaded a non-tech meme? Get the hell out of here.
Shame.
Boo! Next meme. Spending $200 on a 43-inch 4K TV. Spending $300 on a 27-inch 1080p monitor. I don't know anybody who chooses one over the other. I don't get this meme. This isn't a good meme.
I understand the meme.
I understand it, but who chooses TV living room entertainment over internal entertainment versus prioritizing one of it? Screw this meme. Jay Funky's with me. Boo!
You don't like it?
You didn't even giggle, so I know it's not that good. You didn't react, so I know that you're just like, yeah, it's a meme. Next meme. Who's that meme?
Oh, no, doing the same one. I think I've made errors.
Who's that? Oh, I know this one. Man can fit so much penis.
I hate that.
Slaps roof. Car salesman. This car can fit so much food.
Not casting couch, no.
That was not a casting couch, no.
Please no.
You were supposed to destroy them, not join them. Task manager not responding. That's good.
I saw the best Obi-Wan post. It was just a picture of him on Facebook, and it's like, the more you scroll, the more high ground he gets.
That's a good one. This car can fit so many spec packs.
It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground.
You were the chosen one.
Well, from my point of view, you have the lava ground.
Yeah, I just had a really productive discussion about which parts to buy, and nobody fought or acted like a fanboy. every PC parts group. It's an urban legend that never happened.
What show was that from again?
Some mystery show. This isn't a good meme.
Ripley's Believe It or Not.
No, I don't think this was Ripley's. That was hosted by Dean Cain.
I
Didn't they
don't
change
remember.
hosts?
They did, but Dean Cain was it for like over a decade, I think. He was Superman at one point.
That heavy fog machine spooky background just reminds me of that.
Same.
This is not my meme.
It's a meh meme.
Yeah, I've seen civil discussion because I mean you can't really debate over Ryzen. I have a pleasure room. Do you want to see it? I don't know 50 Shades of Grey, but that's definitely a pleasure room if I've ever seen one.
Oh yeah.
Crop your stolen memes.
That's
all I ask.
This one's pretty good. Of course it's a repost. All memes are reposts.
How can we find you on Reddit? Just look for UFD Tech.
We're UFD Tech on Reddit. Tech. I've been a PC gamer for like 25 years, and 2 weeks ago I bought a PS4 Pro. Best decision ever. Now my 8-year-old son doesn't need to touch my loved PC. They had us in the first half, I'm not gonna lie. Why would this be funny? Why is child abuse funny? You know what I did to my 8-year-old? I built him his own. What kind of dad spends $400 on a PS4 Pro but can't build a $400 gaming PC?
A dad who's trying to justify because he wants to play those exclusives.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So no, this is bullcrap because the dad is also playing the PS4 Pro. Get out of here. This is garbage meme. It's a garbage meme. It's child abuse. It just needs to go now.
How dare you.
Toy with it.
Wow, okay. Like, I make much darker jokes.
Toy with it.
Fine.
Who's that meme?
Is that? I'm not going to say it just yet, but I have an idea, but it's probably not right now that I'm looking at it more. Someone says Ditto, another person says a Pokemon.
It's not a Pokemon.
Is that somebody wearing a hat?
Nope.
Okay.
I think it might be a more obscure one.
Is it an animal?
Nope.
Damn, now my guess is totally out.
What are you doing here? Who's that meme? Is that the RGB frog?
Nope.
Okay.
It's a really bad silhouette.
Hmm.
Show us, Catelyn. What is it?
It's hipster Ariel.
Okay, I would have never guessed that one.
Ah, yes, I would have guessed the glasses.
Oh my gosh, it's a dingle hopper. I had them before they were cool.
Mom, I want that GTX 1080 Ti. We have GTX at home. GTX at home.
Funny meme.
This would get an LOL in text. Just to get you to acknowledge, just so you know that I saw it, and please stop sending it to me. Who's responsible for this blue screen? It's kind of funny, but it breaks down when you think about it at all. Because the Spider-Mans are all the same, and I guess technically it's the same computer, but it'd be more like the fingers are pointing to each other instead of multiple Spider-Mans.
Don't analyze the meme!
Yeah, this isn't a very good meme. It doesn't work. The Spider-Man memes are supposed to be like the same thing, and that's not the same thing. It's multiple different parts of the same thing.
It's a take on a meme.
It's a bad take.
Good take.
Last meme.
Last meme. Oh.
Oh lordy.
Oh heavens.
I don't like that.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, I want this to be said that I did not create this. I do not endorse what this meme is showing. I do not want to crush Meg Whitman's skull. Or throw it.
Pretty good Photoshop though.
Oh yeah. Did you vibe check her? Gosh dang. Meg Whitman.
Dash the memes.
Gosh, the memes.
I had one more guess, but it seems like I rendered it wrong.
Oopsie.
So it don't seem to be here.
It should have been Quibi. That's the CEO of Quibi. It's more subtle. This is a big brain meme. This is a high IQ meme.
It's
Okay.
got some next level class.
It would be better if
It's-
Brett was big brain right there. Like
Slightly elitist.
new Quibi series coming out.
And just the memes.
That's the memes. All the memes we got for today.
That's the memes.
I think
Still
we had.
Should I be
better-
sorry about this one? Hey, if I get sued, yes. If
Well,
nothing
then.
ever comes of it, no.
I think we had better memes this week.
This was definitely a highlight. This was
Yeah.
out of the last 4 weeks. This was definitely number 2.
The you being fed like a
That-
baby
that
bird
was
one
phenomenal.
broke me.
We had a couple memes that were, lower end, but still.
I mean, there's always bad memes.
And that's why we have our Reddit. Go to our subreddit, UFD Tech, because then we can downvote all of the memes that suck and then
Yes.
can roast them because it's communally agreed upon and not just Brett being cranky that he doesn't like the meme today.
Yes.
And if you guys upvote a meme that actually sucks, I get to roast everybody.
That's fair.
Yes. I saw that thumbnail and I knew immediately what I had to do.
You're welcome, Ice Killer.
Beautiful. What now?
That's over. It's all over.
It's all over.
We're done. The end has happened. We're killer tofu.
Yeah. There you guys go, dropping links for the Discord and the Reddit in chat.
I refuse to join Reddit. That's okay,
That's
agency.
fine. It's for the people who want to use the Reddit thing. Makes it easy to upvote and like just keep track of the good memes.
Yes, communally approve things and make it so that it's more community accessible.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do think that uploading the things to the Google Drive only through a link that was in our Discord was it was a little, it was too narrow of a way of doing it.
Yeah. Hopefully this just streamlines everything.
Yeah, now people that don't even post can vote too.
Yes.
Yes.
I refuse to use Reddit and
No.
I refuse to not use
Yeah.
Reddit.
Take care, all of you. Next time, I'll create a Reddit account just for you. Thank you, Joybox. Reddit equals censorship. Yeah, but we won't be censoring you, so or I will.
We'll just downvote you. Into
I'm
oblivion.
100% down with censorship.
Censor you.
Yeah.
Just blur the
Well,
entire screen.
Sure, if it doesn't like.
There's a whole reason why I didn't want Catelyn to be on microphone. I was censoring her.
What?
See?
I censor myself, thank you. Which is why you should never let me drink on stream. Because then the filter that I work really hard to keep on is gonna break.
I lose my filter when I'm tired.
Should we set like a donation goal to have a drunk stream?
Drunk stream.
I'll do it.
What if there is no donation goal?
I will still do it.
Oh my gosh.
But only if we can play the Tiger King drinking game.
Yes.
Oh my. I don't think legally we're allowed to watch Tiger King with our audience.
No. It would have to be something...
We have to find something on Amazon Prime that we could do a watch party with.
Yes.
Can't you do the Netflix watch party?
There's no Netflix watch party integrated with Twitch.
That allows you
Oh.
to legally
Yes.
stream.
Like we can't
Oh.
stream it. But with Twitch, it would only make it that people who have an Amazon Prime account could watch with us.
Okay. But I
So-
know, but couldn't you, like, then you wouldn't show, obviously with Netflix, show it on stream.
Yeah, we couldn't show it.
But you would all still be watching at the same time. So.
Oh,
which
we could
would
do
just
like
be our
watch party on a
reactions.
computer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
is what I'm saying. So you don't show the show on, or even let the audio play on stream,
Hmm.
but everybody can join separately in a separate window.
Social distancing drinking game.
Every time we touch,
You get the feeling.
every time we drink.
Swear.
I'm
something.
high.
Yeah, I was going there, but it's like, that doesn't work. Then it's not drinking alone. We're drinking as a community. So do you show the show on the PC or show it somewhere else? If we did it through Netflix, everyone would have to have their own Netflix account and watch through there like that.
Yeah, well, there's an app that's called Watch Party, and it
Yeah.
allows you to watch together.
Like everyone syncs up.
I don't drink either.
Well, you kind of need water to survive.
That would be
Saying you don't drink is kind of...
That would be the only way I would watch that show. That show is prime material for a drinking game.
So good.
Well, we've got some gin to try, so it could be a good excuse to try it. Exactly.
Agent Zippo, I'm with you, man. She killed me with her stupid response.
Cheers, Ice Killer. See you around. My name is Zara's not legally allowed to drink. The weirdest thing for me is like drinking laws where like
Laws are just peer pressure. Sorry.
I could be in South Africa getting absolutely sloshed from like 18 to my 20-somethingth birthday, come to America and just be like, no,
You know drinking.
no drink for you. You could be a 20-year-old raging alcoholic and come to America.
It's not that hard to get alcohol as a 20-year-old in America.
Legally. I was drunk just once in my life. Yeah, it's 18 in South Africa as well.
First time I got drunk, I was 14? And then not again until college. Twice. And then after the second time, I was done forever.
Understandably. You're
For
kind of
me-
not supposed to abuse alcohol that way.
I think the first time I ever got drunk was 15, so not legal.
Yeah, no.
And
The worst part is, so our street had like a group of kids that hung out, and I was the youngest one in that group. And one of the kids was friend with another kid who knew that his parents owned a house and that the people who were renting that house were out of town. So we went into that house and we drank, which is really dumb. Really stupid.
Last time I got drunk was during a D&D game like 2 weeks ago. We had to, the DM requested that we had wine for a certain part of the game.
Oh, was that your bottle of wine?
Yeah.
Oh.
And we had to review it in character in like part of their campaign.
Oh, you thought it was mine, didn't you? I have bought wine a total of 1 times in the 5 months I've been here.
And 2 times also would have been fine. It was like months since the last time, so I wasn't questioning it. I was just like, oh, Catelyn drank this weekend. There was no big deal. I just thought it was yours. Reese doesn't strike me as the I'm going to sip on wine by myself kind of guy.
Well, it was with the D&D group.
No, that's fine. I just don't take you for a wine drinker unless it's at, like, I could see you drinking wine at a meal, but not finishing a bottle over the weekend casually.
Wine is better value for money if your intent is to actually get buzzed.
Yes, I know this. I know the suburban white mom stereotype. Hey, you want to go halvesies on a box of wine?
Until you wake up under a Christmas tree, you've never been drunk.
I could see Reese taking a bubble bath with a glass of champagne.
I have done that before.
There it is!
You know me!
Bottle of wine's not drinking, it's just having a meal. Wow.
Box of wine, I wouldn't even cook with that.
Yeah.
Mental images. Does it float?
I don't know.
You took the
Wait!
bubble bath.
Wait!
even actually properly drink anything until I was 21. I just didn't have those kinds of friends
Oh no, I
or
had
get invited to parties.
I had a bunch of friends who were bad influences on me when I was younger.
Your scene pictures don't tell that tale. Brett, you made me see it. Hey, I'm a man with questions and no answers.
Thank you, Shadow Assassin.
Was it just me, or did you guys also pretend to smoke when it was cold?
All the time.
What?
When you
Oh,
have
yeah.
like misty breath.
We used to get those sugar cigarette sweets
Yeah,
at
those.
our touch
Yeah.
shop.
Yeah.
And then everybody would like suck on them and blow mist out in the cold.
I'm still waiting for sceneries. We can do that on a charity live stream where we just
Go through it
unlock
all.
bad,
Oh, jeez.
bad, embarrassing past photos. Recent Yolandi Fisher pics. What?
Is that
The
the dying lady?
yeah,
The dying ant lady.
die and word. Oh, you said bad influences. That screw's gonna fall out again.
I've been checking it every so often. It's fine right now.
At a New Year's party one time. Last photo of the evening was me downing a champagne bottle at 2 a.m.
Oof.
I like sleeping.
I have one bad drunk photo. I don't know if I'll ever see it again because my cousin had it at, it was his birthday. And he came to visit me when I was staying in Belito. And we had a couple of friends over. And yeah.
Sonomoose wants to know what the music is.
I love the video of this guy dancing to the Skyrim, like Dragonborn theme song.
Whoa, excuse me. Hello. Copyright strike incoming? Yeah, we'll
Heck
be.
yeah.
Evangelion sucks, though. We've already had this conversation several
This has
times.
changed my mind. Phoenix is telling you to be quiet, Sonomus.
What?
Loud.
Oh. I thought you were. Never mind.
I was just trying to check what it was, and then it was a video.
Well, stream's over. Bye, everybody.
Bye, y'all.
Yikes.
That one was mine.
Just trying to get.
Don't toss another man's sweets.
Goodbye.
Okay, bye.